Ever wondered why some people seem to have a magic touch when it comes to relationships? It's not about luck or some mysterious charm. It's all about effective communication. Mastering this art can turn the tables in your favor, fostering healthier, happier relationships. In this video, we'll be serving up a platter of hot tips and tricks to help you communicate more effectively. So buckle up and get ready to become a communication wizard. First things first, good communication starts with being a good listener. Now, you might think, I hear people all the time, I've got this, but let me tell you, there's a world of difference between hearing and listening. Hearing is a passive act, like when you're at a party and there's a buzz of voices around you. You can hear them, but are you really listening? Probably not. Listening, on the other hand, is active. It's leaning in, making eye contact, nodding along and truly absorbing what the other person is saying. Think of it like this. Hearing is like skimming a book, but listening is like diving into the depths of a thrilling novel, absorbing every word, every nuance. So how can you improve your listening skills? Simple. Pay attention. Be present. Show you're engaged. Ask thoughtful questions. And above all, empathize. Remember, listening isn't just about the ears, it's about the heart. Next up, let's talk about speaking the same language. No, I'm not talking about brushing up on your French or Italian, although that might come in handy on a romantic date. I'm referring to understanding and respecting the other person's communication style. Let's imagine you're a straight-to-the-point kind of person, and you're talking to someone who likes to paint a vivid picture with their words. If you cut them short, you might miss out on the nuances they're trying to convey. It's like trying to enjoy a gourmet meal in a single bite. On the flip side, if you're a storyteller and your partner is more of a bullet point person, going on and on might make them feel like they're stuck in a never-ending audiobook. The trick is to find a balance. Learn to appreciate their communication style and adapt accordingly. Remember, communication is not just about talking, but also about understanding. So, learning to speak their language is key to effective communication. Now, let's dive into the world of nonverbal communication. You see, your words are only a small part of the conversation. Your body, on the other hand, is a chatterbox. It's like a visual radio station, broadcasting signals and messages without uttering a single word. Picture this. You're telling a friend about your fantastic weekend, but your arms are crossed, your gaze is down, and you're slumped in your chair. Your words are saying party, but your body is broadcasting a soap opera. Or imagine you're sharing a heartfelt apology, but you're rolling your eyes and checking your watch. Your words might be saying sorry, but your body is shouting, whatever! Body language is the unsung hero of effective communication. It can reinforce your words, express emotions, and even reveal thoughts you didn't realize you were broadcasting. So, mind your body. Remember, your body speaks just as loud as your words. Moving on, let's talk about the art of timing. You see, effective communication isn't just about what you say, but when you say it. Picture this. Let's say you're eager to discuss a sensitive topic with your partner. You're ready, words rehearsed, heart pounding, but they've just walked in from a stressful day at work. Is this the best time for your talk? Probably not, right? Now, consider a different scenario. You're at a dinner party, and you've got a hilarious anecdote to share. You could blurt it out mid-conversation, but that might not get the laugh you're hoping for. If you wait for a lull in the conversation, your story will shine, like a diamond in the rough. You see, timing can be the difference between a message landing with a thud or taking flight. It's the secret ingredient that can make your words more powerful, more impactful. So always be mindful of the clock when communicating. Next up, let's discuss the role of emotions in communication. Emotions are the lifeblood of conversation. They add color, depth, and intensity to our exchanges. But, like an overly enthusiastic artist with a palette of paint, unchecked emotions can turn a masterpiece into a mess. Imagine you're in a heated debate. Instead of sticking to the subject matter, you let anger take the wheel and veer off into personal attacks. Not only is this unproductive, but it also strains the relationship. On the other hand, consider a scenario where you're overjoyed about a promotion, but your partner has just had a rough day. Bursting in with your good news, oblivious to their mood, may make them feel overlooked. By acknowledging your emotions and managing them appropriately, you can ensure that your messages are received as intended. So tap into your emotional intelligence. Remember, owning your emotions is key to clear communication. Now let's talk about the importance of clarity in communication. Ever been in a conversation where you're lost in a labyrinth of words and the point seems to be playing hide and seek? That, my friends, is the clutter we're talking about. Imagine you're telling your partner about a great movie you watched. Instead of saying, "I watched a fantastic film about a man who learns to appreciate life after a near-death experience," you dive into every plot twist, every character's backstory, and suddenly you've lost your audience. Your partner's eyes glaze over and the point of your story is buried under an avalanche of unnecessary details. Your words are like the ingredients of a recipe, and the point of your message is the dish you're trying to make. If you throw in too many ingredients, you'll end up with a confusing mess rather than a delicious meal. So, always strive to cut the clutter and deliver a clear message. Next, let's discuss the healing power of humor in communication. Now, who doesn't love a good chuckle, right? Humor is this fantastic tool that eases tension, lightens the mood, and promotes understanding. Picture this: you're in the middle of a heated debate about whose turn it is to do the dishes. Suddenly, one of you quips, "Well, if we wait long enough, maybe the dishes will wash themselves." Instantly, the tension deflates, doesn't it? Humor has a way of putting things into perspective, reminding us that not everything has to be a life or death issue. It's like a secret weapon, a bridge that closes the gap between two people. But remember, humor should never be at the expense of the other person. It's about shared laughter, not mocking or belittling. So the next time you find yourself in a tricky conversation, try injecting a bit of humor. Remember, a good laugh can often bridge the widest communication gaps. Moving on, let's talk about the importance of practice. You know, communication is an art, a skill, and like any other skill, it requires practice to master. Think of it like learning to play a musical instrument. You don't wake up one day, pick up a guitar, and strum the perfect chord. It takes time, effort, and yes, a lot of wrong notes. The same principle applies to communication. It's not always going to be pitch perfect. There will be times when your words may not strike the right chord. But that's okay. Each misstep is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to fine-tune your skills. Remember, practice isn't about getting it right every time. It's about trying, failing, and trying again. It's about persistence, resilience, and the determination to improve. So, don't shy away from those challenging conversations. Embrace them. They are your practice ground. So keep practicing and watch your communication skills soar. Finally, let's talk about the power of vulnerability in communication. This is not about laying bare your deepest secrets on a whim, but rather about showing a willingness to open up, to share parts of yourself that you might normally keep hidden away. It's about letting your guard down and trusting the other person to handle your feelings with care. Consider this: you're sitting with a friend talking about your day. You could keep it light, stick to the surface level stuff, or you could dive deeper, share something that's been weighing on you. By doing the latter, you're not just sharing a problem, you're expressing trust in the other person's capacity to understand and empathize. And here's the magic of it: more often than not, the other person responds in kind. They share their own struggles, their own fears. Your conversation becomes a shared journey, a mutual exploration of the human experience. Remember, embracing vulnerability often leads to the most meaningful conversations. Now let's talk about navigating conflict effectively. Conflict, as uncomfortable as it can be, is inevitable in any relationship. But here's the silver lining: it's not the conflict itself that's the problem, it's how we handle it. Imagine you're in a boxing ring. Instead of throwing punches, try to use your words as a bridge, not a weapon. Begin with understanding. Instead of jumping to conclusions, ask open-ended questions to get to the root of the issue. Next, practice empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. It can really change your perspective. Then, remember the power of I statements. Instead of saying, "You always forget to take out the trash," try, "I feel frustrated when I have to remind you about the trash." This way, you're expressing your feelings without blaming the other person. Finally, seek solutions, not victories. It's not about winning or losing, but about growing together. Remember, conflict isn't the enemy, it's how you handle it that matters. Finally, let's talk about the power of appreciation in communication. This is the secret sauce, the golden thread that weaves through every successful conversation. It's like a high five for the soul, a warm embrace for the spirit. When you express appreciation, you're saying, I see you, I value you. Think about it. Imagine you've spent hours making a meal and someone says, this is delicious. Those three simple words make all the effort worthwhile, right? That's the power of appreciation. It's the same in communication. When you acknowledge someone's thoughts, feelings or actions, you make them feel seen, heard and valued. It's like watering a plant. The more you nourish it with appreciation, the more it grows and flourishes. So, sprinkle your conversations with appreciation. Thank the person for their time, their insight, their honesty. It's a powerful tool to enhance your communication. Remember, a little appreciation goes a long way in fostering healthy communication. Well, there you have it, the art of effective communication. From actively listening to speaking in a language that resonates with others, to understanding the subtleties of body language, and even using humor to heal, we've explored the significance of timing, owning our emotions, decluttering our messages, practicing consistently, embracing vulnerability, and navigating conflict like a pro. And let's not forget the power of appreciation. Remember, good communication is the bedrock of healthy relationships, so start practicing these tips today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the art of effective communication. It's been a pleasure sharing these tips and tricks with you. If you found value in this video, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Your engagement helps us create more content like this. And remember, subscribe to our channel for regular updates. We've got plenty more insights to share. Until next time, keep communicating and keep growing. And that's a wrap. Remember to hit the like button if you found this video helpful and subscribe for more content like this. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with our latest releases. If you're hungry for more, we've got a plethora of other insightful videos waiting for you. Just click on one of the suggestions on your screen. And of course, hit that subscription button to never miss a beat. See you in the next video.
Savored this video, fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.